Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special show that we have for you here today, a Facebook Live. And today's Facebook Live is a very important one. Um, some of you may be thinking, why are we having a Facebook Live about setting goals in the beginning of Feb? It's a valid question, and all shall be revealed shortly. My name is Shazad Hanif. I'm the founder and head coach of Guidance Coaching, and it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here today to present to you um, these tools and these strategies which you can hopefully take some benefit from and try to understand why maybe we've not been able to follow up on our goals and resolutions in the past, and hopefully also learn some new hacks, some mind hacks that will allow us to ensure that the goals that we have set ourselves and will set ourselves in the future are goals that will stick. So, without further ado, I'd like to make a start just by introducing myself, just a little bit of background. So, my name is Shazad Hanif, as I mentioned earlier, and guidance coaching is something which has stemmed from a lot of problems that I was having in my life a few years ago. In so many different areas of my life, I was having problems in my finances, problems with my health, my marital life, and it really led to me being on a journey. I mean, there was one point in my life where I got sacked from a job that I just started. It was like a dream job. It was close to home. And it was paying well, and it was like everything was like, yeah, this is what I wanted. But it just everything really went pear shaped from the outset. I just started on the wrong foot, and I got sacked from there. Financially, I had no savings. Relying on my close circle of friends and family to help me out. Confidence, self-esteem was like non-existent, was really low. I didn't believe I could achieve much, and I just really was in a low place, in quite a low place, and embarked on a journey where I started looking outside of the box, because the existing people within my circle that I was turning to for advice, though the advice that they were giving was good, was relevant, it was helpful, it just wasn't clicking. So it's not until I really stumbled upon, to be honest, the concept of coaching. I came across a marriage intervention video of Tony Robbins on YouTube, and initially I didn't really pay too much attention to that particular video, but then I sort of was intrigued enough to continue looking into coaching a little bit more, watch some more materials, some more videos, and I started getting really into it. And then the thing that really kind of helped transform me as a person, like in terms of my mindset and my belief systems, was when I managed to get some time with a coach, one to one. I had a private coaching session. It was like a strategy session, and that just really helped to kind of literally just within 2 or 3 conversations, I was just able to really look at things from a different perspective and feel more empowered about what I have to offer as a person, and what the future could hold for me. Rather than focusing on the things that weren't right, my mentor taught me to look at things that were going good for me. And these are things which I was aware of already, but maybe I wasn't practicing them in a ritualistic way. So, to kind of cut a long story short, I've been on a journey for the last 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, and here I am today, hosting this Facebook Live with clients all over the world. I have my own coaching business. I'm helping people who are literally like on their knees. They're feeling depressed. They're feeling suicidal. Their marriages are on the verge of collapse or have collapsed, and they just need reviving and being reinvigorated with some vigor and some passion for life. Um, I've been blessed to be able to help people, take them to that next level, to make them feel more positive about their life going forward. Some of the feedback that I've had from people has been absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful that I've embarked on this journey. And for me, it feels like it's just the beginning. I'm just like taking my first steps into coaching, and so far the response and the feedback, it's been amazing. And I think the point that I'm trying to make here is that um, when we embark on a path of personal development, of self introspection, um, we become more enlightened. We look at the world with different lenses, um, and I feel like today's topic is very, very relevant for me personally. The tools and strategies that I'm going to share in this session, we're going to run for about half an hour. Might go slightly over. I do like to, give massive value whenever I can. But I appreciate we've started late, so hopefully it won't be too much of an inconvenience for you all. But the stuff I'm going to share is the exact tools, the exact techniques that I've been following, like ritualistically, religiously, for the last 3 or 4 years, on kind of a day-to-day basis, week to week, month to month, and it's really helped to, as I mentioned earlier, help transform me as a person within, internally. So I'm hoping that today's session is going to be really beneficial. It's going out across lots of different platforms. We'll be uploading it straight after the Facebook Live. So hopefully there will be people who will be able to benefit. So going back to what I mentioned earlier, why February? Why are we even focusing? Why are we even focusing on goals at this time of the year? Reason for this is that there's a lot of research which suggests that people who set goals, so January or the end of December usually is a very popular time for people to set goals, to set New Year's resolutions, and this is across all walks of life, all cultures. People generally, for their businesses, for their personal lives, follow the Gregorian calendar. The financial year is for people who have business. It all starts from January. January is where people do the budgeting, the personal planning, family holidays. You name it, everything kind of tends to start end of the year, or just at the beginning of the new year. However, the research suggests that only 8% of people actually follow up on their goals. So, and by February, most people, the majority of people who set goals and resolutions for themselves, have already broken them. Actually, before February. I think I can't remember the exact date, maybe 20 days into January or something. So hence the reluctance on my part to do this workshop in early Jan, because I knew that's when everyone's pumped, and I thought let's just wait a little bit and do it. Towards the end of the month, when people's goals are either they're either kind of dwindling in their motivation to follow up on their goals, or they've already stopped. So hopefully we can get some benefit here. So I've got some key steps that I want to share with you with regards to setting goals. So there's 7 key master steps actually that I want to share with you. And the first one of those 7 is ascertaining what it is that you want. What is your want? What do you want in your life, in your personal life, in your business, in your career, in your health, in your relationships, in your home, in your professional environment? in in your spirituality, what is it that you want? For some people, I mean, it'd be really good to get feedback from people in terms of what they want right now, in terms of from their lives, and we can kind of sort of discuss it live on air, as it were. But if I was to just give some examples, then if we look at business, for example, someone who's in business, they may want to start getting more leads. So they might want to get 1,000 leads every month. Maybe they want to double their net income, right? Somebody might want to actually start doing a business. There might be other people who want to lose weight, and that's something which is quite common as a sort of resolution or a goal for New Year's, is to lose weight or get in the gym, to get more healthy, to get a promotion, maybe a change of job, reconnecting with friends and family. So what is it for you that you really want? This is so important, and I find in a lot of sessions that I have with my clients that they sometimes feel really stuck in terms of what they really want in life, because they've been going through the motions for so many years. And I can relate to this. When I was first asked this question by one of my mentors, a chap called Chris Wally at Decisive Coaching. Shout out to Chris, my mentor, the man who really helped me in the early days, and introduced the concept of coaching to me, and really put the idea that I could maybe become a coach. And I laughed at it initially, but miracles happen. Here I am, and this is the thing. Like, what is it that you? When he asked me that, I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. But but then he started probing away at my mind and said to me, like, what did you used to do when you were young? And I just kind of had some flashbacks to my childhood, going to the park, being in the park all day, playing sports with friends, just being absolute mad about sports, watching it on the TV. So I was so crazy about sports, and I kind of remembered that, and and then I remembered something when I was at university, where I went to my careers advisor and I asked her, like, I'm not sure what I want to do, whether this course that I'm doing, I just went to university just to feel what that independent lifestyle would be like, right? I just took any course that I got offered. So unsurprisingly, I wasn't very fulfilled in the course that I chose to do. But when I spoke to the careers advisor, she asked me, like, what is it that you really want to do? And I was stumped, but I didn't want to, not say anything. I should think, like, why the hell does this guy come to me? He doesn't even know what he wants. So I just said, I want to help people. I want to volunteer. And that kind of stuck in my mind to this day. I still remember that instinctively I said, I want to help. I want to do some kind of volunteering, maybe community work or something like that. So I would, that is something that I would ask you, like, what did you want to do when you were young? What memories have you got? Another good one is, like, when you're not working, all right, when you're not doing any chores, when you've got that spare time, when you've got free time, where does that free time go? Where does that spare time go? Where do you go? What do you eat? Who do you associate with? What do you watch? What do you listen to? And then when you start dissecting your habits and your hobbies and your passions and your interests, you'll find, actually, from initially being in a situation where you are absolutely stuck and don't know what you want, to a point where you could just, you could really write down a lot of stuff. You could write down a lot of bullet points on a piece of paper, or type something up on your device, of so many things that you are actually interested in, and could potentially have as a potential want. So that's step one, okay? And we can really go into this deep, but I don't want to go into too much detail. I think you've got the gist of what I'm trying to get at here. Identify what it is, whether it's in any area of your life, and then we've got a starting point. We've got something like a foundation to then build on, to build momentum. Okay, so step two. Step two will be identifying your why. why do you want that? Now, the why is so critical here, and this is something that I've learned, on my own journey through personal development. That the why is just when you get clear on why you want to do what you want to do, the how and the mechanics and the how of it will just take care of itself. What do I mean by that? So when you get clear that you want to double your income, yeah, let's just say you want to double your income. Okay, so you want to let's just say you want to earn 10K a month, yeah, and why do you want to earn that 10K a month? Okay, so then you start thinking, get pen to paper. By the way, just as a side note here, putting pen to paper is so underrated. It's something which I've not, kind of given it the due respect over the years, to be honest. When you put pen to paper, write down your ideas and your thoughts, it really helps to clear some of the clutter that's in our mind and starts allowing us to decipher our thoughts and categorize which thoughts are the ones that are really, you can prioritize, like what is really important to us, and you can also deprioritize, and you'll realize that which things that are not as important. When you just put pen to paper, it helps to release a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on in our mind. So that's definitely a golden nugget that is so underrated. But yeah, so you write down, like, why would you want to earn that 10K a month? Or why would you want to remain in your marriage, for example? Here at Guidance Coaching, we actually we specialize. I mean, we can help people in lots of different areas of their lives. Like I mentioned earlier, suicidal, depression, financial problems, trying to get up the corporate ladder, starting up a business, trying to then take their business to the next level. But relationships is what we specialize in, specifically helping couples, and more lately we've been focusing on helping men deal with some of the challenges of relationships that are about to collapse or about to end, helping them understand why they're in that predicament, and then giving them some tools to help them to get through that, and basically just do a 360 turn and turn the relationship around on its head, from a relationship which had no passion, no kind of love, no romance, to one where there's bliss, there's happiness, there's travels, there's holidays, and it is possible, and it all starts from, that's right, from you rather. So I think that get clear on your why. So we go back to the income thing. If you want to earn that 10K, why do you want it? So for example, you could say, I want to earn, I want to live a good lifestyle, I want to provide for my family, take the kids away on holidays, half terms, 3 or 4 holidays a year. I want to live in a better house. I want to, I want to be able to donate, give to good causes, feed the homeless, build orphanages, contribute at my local community center or religious center, cultural center. So this, once you start building the why, then what happens is that then gives you the tools to deal with the next step, which will be actually like getting clear on how to do it. Right? So the why is so important. So I hope I'm making sense here, and that we're following this. So step 1 is getting clear on why is it that you want what you want. What do you want, basically? Step 2 is identifying the why and writing down the benefits, the virtues of you having that 10K a month. Yeah, the openings and the blessings it brings in your life, in your business, in your ability to be able to plan your day, plan your month, plan your year, right? Then step 3 is we have to get clear on what is the pain, right? What is the pain? Why not? Why haven't I achieved that 10K a month? Why isn't my marriage better? Why am I in this predicament? Why am I in this downward spiral. So once again, we go back to the pen and paper exercise. You can use your devices, type it on phones and things like that, but something special about pen and paper, and there is research to back that up. But do what works for you, but definitely ascertain in your mind, get clear, rather than having all that story going on in your head. Write it down. You know, why not? Why have you not got that 10K? I'm just really busy. I'm just really lazy. I procrastinate. I'm not very disciplined. You know, and then when you start writing these things down, it gives you that realization of what it is that you need to do to make that jump in your life, to take that next step forward. Okay? So can you see how we're kind of going here step by step? And as we go through these steps, we start getting more and more clarity. And as I said previously, these steps are, to this day, I use them religiously in every session that I have with my client. Almost every session that I've had. There may be the odd session here or there where we keep it very general. It may be a pressing thing that a client wants to discuss, but generally, this is like the core structure of our sessions, the way they're actually structured in our one-to-one sessions with our clients, and also in our group coaching sessions as well. So once we've now identified what the want is, why we want it, and then we've got some compelling whys to allow us to understand that this is what we really why it is that we want to earn that extra money. Then we've written down why we're not achieving it. What's the pain, the heartache, the frustration? Not being able to look at ourselves in the mirror, not being able to provide our family, with the luxuries of life, not being able to explore all the. It's completely to another level, right? Where now it's time to actually start dreaming and visualizing, yeah. Where we get really, really clear on what is it. So this is our our step 4 here is like the visualization. Like what will it feel like when I've got that 10K a month? And you start imagining as if you've already achieved it. So we're almost kind of moving forward in future here. And those of you who are clients of mine will know this process because we do this in our sessions. But for the benefit of of those who have not gone through these steps, just visualize, right? Maybe we can even just close our eyes now and just imagine that we've achieved whatever it is that we want. That 10K a month, that bliss in our marital relationship, or relationship with a friend or a sibling, a colleague, your boss at work, anyone, right? Any kind of relationship. To 10x it, to take it to the next level. Imagine it's done. Imagine you've already achieved it. You've lost that weight. You've started that business. Yeah, you've changed, made that career change. You've accelerated. Let's move forward 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Imagine as if you've already achieved it. How does life look now? Where are you going? Who are you seeing? Where are you living? What are you driving? What kind of relationships do you have? What's your health like? What kind of contribution, what level of contribution are you doing? What causes are you helping? Imagine like it's done. You've achieved it. So this is such an amazing mind hack, right? It's just it's worked for me so in such amazing ways. And I'm sure there's so many people out there that can relate to this. That when you start visualizing and imagining as if you've already achieved something, then, as I said earlier, the how will start taking care of itself. Just having those dreams, if you can even read your goals, every day, maybe at night before you go to sleep, or have pictures, have a vision board, right? On your device, on your laptop, on your, maybe on your mirror, in your bathroom, wherever, images of things that keep reminding you of your goals, of those dreams that you want to achieve. You keep seeing them. Yeah, you keep realigning your brain to remind yourself that this is the path I'm going to take. Yeah, and then you start attracting opportunities. Growth will start coming in your life. Positive people who will help to lift you up, take you to that next level, will start coming in you and in and around your circle. Amazing things will happen. Visualization is like something. It's like almost as if, depending what your belief system is. For me, I look at it like I'm thanking God for things I haven't even achieved yet. Right? I'm thanking God for things I haven't even achieved yet, and then I feel like God is saying, thank you for your good opinion of me. And starts, the universe, or that positive energy starts coming my way, depending on what your belief system is, right? But there's a source, and when you start showing appreciation, gratitude to that source, then you start attracting opportunities. So I hope I'm making sense. I hope you're all still with me. Just to recap again, just to make sure no one's snoozing or fallen asleep. Step 1, what is it that you want? Step 2, identify the why. Why do you want it? Step 3, get real clear in terms of why you haven't achieved what you said you wanted. Step 4, visualize. Imagine like it's done. Yeah? And then step 5 is now's the strategy part. This is the bit where we make the plan, the how. Yeah? So, like I said earlier, when you've got a strong why, your brain will start thinking about things and ideas, and you'll start attracting opportunities, investment opportunities, if it's that 10K a month you're looking for, potential partnerships. Things will start coming into your life. This is where you then strategize and say, right, now how am I going to achieve this? So if you wanted to get 10K per month, for example, you could look into you could have one potential strategy as looking into investing in stocks, maybe. It's one potential strategy you could adopt. If you're looking to save your marriage, one potential opportunity that you could do is maybe hiring a relationship coach, or maybe doing some research online, on Google, on YouTube, for some tips, some advice on how to 10x your marriage, take your marriage to the next level. We actually recently did a Facebook Live with on this topic on how to 10x your marriage, and it was excellent. We really received some really positive feedback. So I'd really urge you to go to the Guidance Coaching Facebook page and have a listen to that if that's an area that you feel that you really need to address in your life. But the point here is that you start putting that strategy together. Okay? If you want to start your business, then maybe a good place to start is by looking at maybe writing a name, thinking of like brainstorming a name for your business, purchasing a domain name. Yeah. So then that way you've kind of then got the balls rolling in terms of putting that message out there. This is my brand. This is what I belong to. Yeah. And then once we've got a strategy, then step 5 is the action, in terms of like what actions can we set to allow us to reach that goal, or to actually start taking those small steps. Yeah, so you hear this saying, right, all the time from so many different mentors. They say that think big, start small. Yeah, so have massive goals for yourself. Yeah, so if you want like 10K a month and you're only earning like 1K a month, it's possible. Of course, it's possible. It's possible to whatever you want to achieve, start imagining like it's done. Make a plan. But then if you're looking to earn 10K a month, then what you maybe want to do is have a target, for yourself to maybe do some research first, which will help you. Maybe join a a property mentorship group or something, or maybe do some research on passive income. Yeah, trading, stocks. So it's a small step, but it's like a small step which will lead you in the direction of your ultimate goal, which is to get that 10K of of revenue every month. And this is where this is where we differentiate between how to strategize and what the actual plan is. So the strategy is that we're thinking about, like, I want to invest in stocks, yeah, for example, to earn this 10K per month. But the action will be, right, okay, so first action, I could maybe reach out to my my circle of friends and see if there's someone that they could refer me to get some some more information about investment opportunities, yeah, whether it be stocks or anything for that matter. Second action could be I could check on Google and search for information about investment in investment ventures, opportunities for passive income. If it's stocks, getting some background on stocks. And then the third action, you could maybe just write down, like what sort of things do you want to do in terms of that 10K that you want to earn. How do you want to earn it? What do you envisage doing with that money? Or a third action could be simply just to schedule a meeting that you're having with someone into your calendar, right? So, I think the calendar is so key here. If we don't schedule things, it ain't gonna get done, right? That's just me speaking from my own personal experience. When we schedule things, so I think it's actually, I would say very, very, very recommend to have some kind of calendar system, whether it's Google Calendar. You can use a calendar on your iPhone or whatever device you have, and that can really help you to start following up on things, promises that you make to yourself, goals that you want to achieve. So there's just some example actions there that I've given. You can do whatever works for you, as long as but the main thing is to do them. Do your actions, write them down, hold yourself accountable, put reminders in your phone, and carry out those actions. Okay. So let's just recount for your benefit and also my benefit as well. Just to make sure that we're not getting too far ahead of ourselves. So step one is what? Getting clear on what is it that I want. Step two, the why. Step three is getting clear on, like, why have I not achieved this so far? What's the pain? Step four is the visualization. Like, how do I feel when I've already achieved it, even though I haven't? Moving forward in future. I love the visualization. It's just amazing. Really, I think everyone should visualize every day, at least once or twice a day if they can. Just imagining that amazing life, right? Then step 5 is actually putting that strategy together. Yeah, having an idea, some kind of plan. Yeah. Step 6 is the actions. What are the actions? There's 3 simple, doable actions. We just gave some examples to make me, move that, to make some traction, to build some momentum, to move forward. Doesn't matter what area of my life it is. You want to lose weight? Then maybe you need to just start walking around the block once, for one day next week. That could be your first action. It doesn't have to be that. Going to the gym can be so overrated, right? I mean, I go to the gym and I enjoy going, and it's there's things I can do in the gym which I can't do at home. But sometimes I will just spend 15-20 minutes at home, do some press-ups, some push-ups, some sit-ups, and work up a bit of a sweat. And I didn't get time to go to the gym. I'd still done something, which put me out of my comfort zone, even if it was for 5 minutes, right? So the gym can be so overrated sometimes. There's so many exercises you can do. You don't need dumbbells, you don't need equipment, right? You just need somewhere to, that is relatively comfortable, and just get down, and do the nitty gritty, yeah. So that's 6. That's 6 steps there. The 7th step, and this is something which is like also really, really, really underrated, and that is reward. I do this like religiously in my own sessions with my own clients, right? Where we get so, like I'm just like so tough with my clients when it comes to making sure that they set themselves a reward. Yeah. So, if like you got to show some self love. I mean, I've been through life, right, beating myself up time and time again. So all this stuff that I am talking about, it's the stuff that I've had to bring into my life in order to be in the position that I am today. And in a, I feel like my life my life is like moving in a kind of a an upward trajectory, where opportunities are coming my way. I'm blessed. I'm able to reach out to people, and these are the tools and strategies that I've used. I never ever celebrated a win. I never rewarded myself for doing something right. As human beings, we tend to, by default, focus on things that aren't going so well in our life, the things that we're not good enough to do. And even that is a myth, right? We've got all these limiting beliefs telling us that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I haven't got the skills. You know, Doing a business is not for me. That's for intelligent people with high IQs and EQs, right? Not me. All this stuff that's going on in our heads, that was going on in my head. But there is another option. There is another option, and self-love is so critical. All of these points that I've mentioned are so important, but self-love, I think it's just like so underrated. Okay, what could you do? Up to you. I mean, what did you used to do when you were a kid? What did you used to do? I grew up around chocolate, right? So there was always chocolate in our house. My dad used to bring boxes of it. So, I there were certain chocolates that I liked, and I would enjoy having them. So there's so much. You could take a walk in nature, get a massage. You could maybe connect with some old friends, go for a meal with family. There's so much you can do. Some people even get stuck with rewards. Hi Nad, thank you for tuning in. So we're just talking about self-love at the moment, how important that is for allowing us to really feel more at ease with ourselves and feel more relaxed, because we're in this life for a purpose, yeah, and then it's our job now to identify what that purpose is, yeah. And obviously there's some tools and techniques which I've shared which could help us to identify what that purpose is, but the way we can achieve or fast track our progress in getting clarity about what it is that we want to do, and how to go about achieving it, is by following these steps that I mentioned. The visualization, getting clear on the why, being honest with ourselves about why we haven't been able to achieve what we wanted to achieve, getting the actions down, making the strategy, and then once we complete the actions, yeah, that's when we then actually make that next step and reward ourselves. Celebrate the win, even if it's just putting your hands up in the air, right? T. Harv Eker is always at the end of his sessions. He always says, "Okay, everyone, give yourself a high five and say I'm awesome," right? You could do that. You could dance on the spot, right? You could praise God, right? Thank you, God. Thank you. I made this intention to do this task, and I've now completed it. Rewards don't have to cost anything, but when we start showing ourselves some love, praising ourselves, and loving us, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect others to love you? You're attracting negativity because of the negativity that you're giving to yourself. Do you see how deep this is? It's so simple. All this stuff that I mentioned, right, is so simple. It's common. It's like it's common sense, right? But unfortunately, it's not common practice. If it was common practice, then people wouldn't be, so low and going through so many issues and problems, right? Hi Fazana, thank you for tuning in. So yeah, please, by the way, guys, any questions? Feel free to put your questions in, and we'll try our best. I've got my man FK1 here with me, helping me out, keeping an eye on things, making sure the communication side of things is on point. So, going back to what I was saying about self-love, you know, reward yourself for when you do what you said you were going to do. Okay, this is like, so you know, it's key. It's key to giving us the impetus to want to move forward and make progress and achieve further goals and set further objectives and targets for ourselves. Yeah. So as I said earlier, could be a chocolate, could be a walk in the park. One particular client of mine, he loves dates, right? So he's always buying dates, and you know, and he just really enjoys this whole reward exercise. You know, one client of mine in the past, I remember he said that he was going to do a prayer of thanks to God, right? So, you know, whatever is like important to you, you know, but definitely you have to reward yourself. Hi Fazana, walaikum salam rahmatullah. Welcome. So yeah, we're talking about rewards. So when you complete an action, like, you know, what are you gonna set as a reward for yourself? And like I said, it just could be like, even, you know, it just could be something simple like a celebration dance or whatever. So that, in a nutshell, guys, is guys and girls, that is our 7 steps to setting you know, effective goals. So if there's something there, you know, I hope there's something there that you found some benefit in, some kind of resonance in, which has resonated with you. You know, please give us your comments, your feedback, your suggestions. If you you know, want to really kind of home in on these 7 steps, let's just reiterate them once again. We'll obviously we'll put them in the comments as well for the benefit of those who catch this later. So step 1 is getting clear on what is it that you want. Step 2 is ascertaining why do you want that. So someone mentioned that when the why is strong enough, I think it's Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is a great personal development guru from the past. He's passed away now, and I think this is it's a saying that's attributed to him, where he said when the why is strong enough, well, I'm paraphrasing here to the nearest meaning, that when the why is strong enough, the how takes care of itself. So when you get clear on why it is that you want, you know, that partner in your life, or doubling your income, or that health, losing that weight, having a stronger a relationship with your creator, maybe. When you get clear on that, then that's when things get, you know, things start happening, you know, psychologically. You know, there's like cells in your brain, you know, start really looking for opportunities and start attracting opportunities. So after the why, it's about then looking at why not? Why haven't I achieved these things that I want so far, right? And making a list of those things, being honest with yourself. Is it laziness? Is it procrastination? Then step 4 is visualization. This is massive, right? We've mentioned this previous. Dreaming as if you've already done it. Dreaming about the things that you want to achieve in life, the relationships you want to have, the positive feelings you want to have, the happiness, being happy with your existence, loving yourself, right? When you visualize it, imagine it, you know, then that's like that is like a stimulus for change, for transformation, personal transformation. Then the 5th step is actually getting a strategy in place. Yeah, strategizing. What is the plan here? How am I going to achieve this? Yeah, and then the 6th step is actions. 3 simple actions. That's the model that we use in our coaching sessions with our clients, where we always ask them to set themselves 3 simple actions, simple, doable actions which they're going to enjoy doing, which are easy, and then once you've done those actions, the 7th and final step is reward. Fazana, you're saying the sound is not great. So I'm not quite sure if there's a connectivity issue. No one else has mentioned that, but I'll try to speak a little bit louder for you. We are kind of almost done for this session, but definitely I'll look into that just to make sure if there is anything on our side to iron out. We did have some connectivity issues today, so I'll definitely look into that. Apologies if the sound's not too good, not too great on your side, but yeah, definitely please check on your end as well. Maybe just maybe restarting your one of your applications or Facebook or something. So yeah, that's your that's your 7 steps. If this is something which you think would that intrigues you, and you feel that there's really some benefit, and you want to go deeper into learning about these 7 steps and actually incorporating them into your life, in every area of your life, then we'd like to invite you to click on a link which we'll put in the comments for a free strategy session with one of our team, and we can really help you get clear with what is it that you want in your life, and put a plan together, working closely with you, in terms of how can we what can we do to help you achieve those goals that you want to achieve, so that the goals that you set now in this month, in February, in this 2020, in this new decade, are goals that will stick, and they're not going to be goals that peter out before January has even ended, as previously, right? So if this is something that resonates with you, then I would really encourage you, humbly request that you schedule a session with us. We'll post a link to our calendar and to our landing page where you can schedule a session with one of our team, and we can help you do it. We'll do a free strategy session with you. We can help you put a plan together about taking your life to the next level in whatever area of your life, whether it's in your relationship with your creator, whether it's your health, your relationships, your money, your career, your business, whatever it is that you want to achieve. We've got the tools to help you, and I hope that some would just the stuff that I've shared today is just scratching the surface. We just don't have enough time. I'm conscious it's a Sunday evening. We started late as well. People probably have work tomorrow morning, but hey, look, right, we're giving you some tools and strategies here which could help you not have that Monday morning feeling anymore. Honestly, you could be so pumped, right, waking up on a Monday when you've got a plan for yourself, right? And this is like gold dust. These exact steps, I have expended my energy, spent time, sacrificed thousands of pounds to learn this stuff, to bring it into my life, and I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to incorporate and implement in my life. But this stuff works. This stuff really, really works. Okay, so yeah, I'd really like to just encourage you, join us for a free strategy session where we can go a little bit more deeper into some of these steps that I've mentioned, and I think that more or less wraps up our session. Unless there's any questions that anyone has, please feel free to post them. I would just like to end by and this is something I like to do even in my one-on-one sessions with a lot of my clients, is I would like to ask you what is it that's holding you back? I'm talking to you. What is it that's holding you back in your life? Stop feeling that you're not good enough. Yeah? Stop feeling that you haven't got the skills. Stop feeling that success in life is not destined for you. That this is your test, right? And you just have to deal with it in order to get through life, and just kind of without flourishing, without realizing, unraveling the gifts that God has bestowed you with, right? You can overcome all of this lack of worthiness, feeling that you're not worthy to have money, or to be close to God, or to have an amazing relationship, or maybe you don't feel worthy or good enough to get out of a toxic relationship which is damaging you physically and mentally, right? There's so many things, so much inner stuff that's going on in our mind, which is just paralyzing us psychologically. So you can overcome this. You can overcome this because you know what? There's a time in your life. If you look back in your life, there was a time where you came through a difficult situation. You overcame a difficult situation, and if you did that then, you can do it now. All you need, and there's two things. Right, I'm going to end with this. There's two things that really helped me, right, overcome a lot of the problems that I had in my life. Okay, and one of those was changing my mindset, taking responsibility, looking at things in terms of like not thinking about failure or negative or complaining, but looking at life, looking at the challenges in life, about like, you know, where can I be better? How can I be better? What can I do to make this situation better? Rather than before, I would think like, oh, this isn't right. My spouse isn't right. You know, I'm thick. I'm not good enough. I can't earn this much money. I can't do my own business. You know, I'm not, a good servant of God. Right? All this like mind frick. Yeah, it was just going on in my head. So, you know, I would really urge you to empower yourself by thinking with a more abundance-based mindset. Feeling like everything is an opportunity, looking at the opportunities, being thankful for every little thing. The wind blowing in your face is a blessing if you recognize it. Your breathing of oxygen right now is a blessing if you recognize it. The blood that is circulating in your body, in your veins, which is keeping your heart beating right now, is a blessing. The question is, are we grateful? So when I changed my mindset, and then I had mentors, coaches, accountability partners, cheerleaders, like, you know, call it what you want, right? Some people have hang-ups about the term coach or whatever. It doesn't matter what you call it, what kind of name you give to it. It's about having some kind of accountability, someone who believes in you. When I had a coach, a mentor, who told me that I had greatness within me, who believed in me, and challenged me at the same time as well on certain situations, whether it was to take responsibility in my marital life, whether it was to take responsibility for my failings in terms of my confidence, my work, my career, then everything changed. Because like I said, those two things, abundance mindset coupled with having someone who's accountable, following up with me, asking me, did you do your actions? How's things? How you doing? Someone who believed in me. Everything changed. And I'm just here as a servant, here to serve you all, to offer the same opportunity that was offered to me, where we can work on your mindset, eradicate, extinguish some of those limiting beliefs that are, just kind of holding you back, right? And just not allowing you to flourish, not allowing you to blossom and bloom, you know, like the flower that you are, okay? And then making you accountable. So, like I said earlier, we'll send a link, which will allow you to go a little bit more deeper in this 7-step workshop that we had today on setting goals, that My 2020 focus. Please give us your comments, give us some feedback on how you found this session. What sort of topics would you like to be us to be discussing in future? We're going to have lots more sessions like this. We're going to have special guests coming on in so many different areas of life, whether it's health, whether it's finances, people who are like gurus in terms of social media. We're going to have people coming on and really helping us to make sure that this new year, this new decade, is one where, you know, we take things to another level, and, you know, as the hashtag in a lot of our posts, new year, new you, right? So we'll leave it on that note. Thank you once again for your time, for listening, both live, whether you listen to the broadcast afterwards. And please feel free to click on the link that we'll put in the comments to schedule a session with us. Thank you, everyone. Stay blessed. Peace be upon you all.